Chapter 4, Fresh Start. Audrey wakes up with a start, her mind foggy from a deep sleep. She checks her watch and realizes it's nearly noon. Looking out the window, she sees McKinley in the field herding milk cows on a tractor. How does she possibly have the energy for all this? It looks like she'll be busy for a while. That's when she notices someone has taken her luggage from her room. She looks for her luggage in the hallway, but all she can find in the hall closet are stacks of water bottles. It looks like they're prepping for doomsday, but she thought they had their own well. Heading downstairs, Deborah greets her with a sickeningly sweet smile. "Good morning, dear. I hope you slept well. I've taken the liberty of washing your clothes for you. I thought you might prefer something more suitable for farm life. It can get quite muddy out there, and I'd hate for you to ruin your nice things." She presents Audrey with a prairie dress set. Audrey stares at the clothes, a mix of horror and disbelief on her face. "You've got to be kidding me." "Not at all," Deborah chirps. "Everyone wears these here. It's part of the experience. You want to fit in, don't you?" "I was going to go for a hike," she says. Deborah frowns. "I'm so sorry, but your clothes are in the wash. All I have is this." Realizing she has no other options, Audrey reluctantly takes the outfit. Back in her room, as she changes, she can't help but feel like she's putting on a costume. Or worse, a uniform. But a uniform for what? She throws the petticoat onto her bed and only puts on the white undergarments for her hike. Looking in the mirror, she resembles a deranged wedding cake. All white ruffles and forced femininity. At least they're shorts. In the kitchen, Audrey fills her trusty water bottle and heads outside. Maybe she can quickly check on Jessica in the barn while everyone's busy. She starts beelining for the barn when a familiar voice stops her. "What's on the agenda today, City Slicker?" Stephen materializes like a flannel-clad apparition, his hair slicked back in a tight coif. He stops, seeing how she's dressed. "You do know those are undergarments." "I'm not hiking in a full dress." Every time she's alone with him, her hair raises. There's no evidence she knows of to back her intuition not to trust him. Stephen goes silent momentarily. His lips flicker as contrasting emotions race through his mind. "There's a great trail up by Runowitz Point. I can give you a ride." "Oh, that'd be great," Audrey replies, trying to sound enthusiastic. At least this way, no one would see her in this absurd costume, and she'd get a chance to talk to Stephen directly. Hopefully, he'd share more information on what they're doing out here. "Sure, let's get the pickup truck," Stephen says, leading the way. Audrey climbs into the passenger seat, and Stephen starts blasting country music. "This is one of the great things about living out here," he boasts. "There's nothing better than hopping in your huge truck and blasting country music." "You don't ever miss New York?" Audrey asks, curious. "I mean, don't get me wrong. It was interesting for a while," Stephen admits. "But this is more my speed." Twisting the steering wheel, he heads down a side road. Audrey's hair picks up again, noticing they're getting increasingly isolated. "You know, McKinley was always really driven, but it was really bad for her mental health working in those offices." He continues, his voice taking on a strange tone. "It was her idea to move out here. I mentioned it, but she was the one who thought it would be best," Stephen explains. "And we've never looked back." "Really?" Audrey looks at him, not believing him. This does not sound like the McKinley she knew when she and Stephen first started dating. She didn't even know how to boil an egg. They arrive at the trailhead where Stephen stops the car. "The trail is about 2 miles round trip. You just head this way, and then when you're ready, circle back and give me a call. I can pick you up." Audrey grabs her water bottle, and as she does, Stephen reaches over and puts his hand on her upper thigh, giving it a little squeeze. "Take care now," he says, his touch lingering. Audrey, uncomfortable with the physical contact, stammers. Thanks." She quickly hops out of the car. "Oh, one last thing," Stephen adds, his voice suddenly eager. "Here, I brought you another water bottle for your hike. Get some nutrients in you. Our well water has natural probiotics and wakes you better than a cup of coffee. I have mine, she holds up her bottle. Come on now, it's hot today. They say there's a heat wave. Thank you, Audrey says, hesitantly grabbing the water mason jar. Adrenaline starts throbbing through her. Perfect Modern Wife is available on Audible, or check back next week for the next chapter. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to let me know and subscribe online. I'm at Kristen Van Nest on all social channels. Thank you!